Hey, this is Dr. Sonja here, and welcome back to the Wisdom Vault and Dr. Sonja TV. You know, I did a thing, and I really want to have a conversation with you about it. Not only did I do it, I did it big. I wrote a best-selling book, and it is called From the Battlefield to the Boardroom, The Infinite Desire to Win in Life, Business, and Career. I just want to have a conversation with you about the title in itself. We won't even get into the book much right now, but what I do want to talk about is why did I name the book From the Battlefield to the Boardroom? The battlefield. Now, let's just think about your life right now. And this may not be for you, but if you've ever been through any struggle or concern or issue in your life, you've been on a battlefield. Yes, am I retired military, 21 years, 3 combat tours and all of that. But what I equate a battlefield was not just a physical place where I was, it was an emotional and mental space and place where I was years ago. A battlefield is anything that took you on a journey, took you to a very low place, took you to a place where you questioned yourself, where you doubted yourself, and you really didn't know what was next. You were hoping and praying. It didn't get any worse than what it was now. That's what I consider a battlefield. It is a space and a place in your heart or in your mind or something that happened to you that had you at a lower energy or place than where you should have been. So that's what a battlefield is. Now let's talk about from the battlefield to the boardroom. I have to explain this all the time. They're like, a boardroom like corporate America? Absolutely not. That is not what boardroom is. Boardroom is a place where you get to decide where you're going to be successful. You get to decide your level of success, not what the world says, but what it is that you want for your life, for your business, and for your career. So when you hear me say boardroom, a boardroom is a place where you're walking into a door emotionally, physically, right, spiritually, of where you're going to be successful. And so this is all about going from where you are or where you were in your life to where you want to be. And you have to really think about this. Where do you want to be in your life? And now I go into the infinite desire to win. Infinite means it continues. It's not just a desire. Infinite means you're continuing all the time. It is like a routine. It's like a clock. It doesn't stop. Or whether you're having a desire. And when I think about my battlefield to my boardroom, if you've been watching me at any point in time, you know that I've had a child. I had a child at 15 years old. I was raped and left for dead at 17 years old. I was married for 18 long years and went through a horrendous divorce that took 3 years to dissolve. I've been on a physical battlefield where my body came home, but mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, I didn't return. And it took me years to regain that level of energy, that level of fulfillment, and that place of where I wanted to be successful. And so my battlefield of a young girl going through some trauma and drama in my life to a place where I built a multiple 7-figure business where I get to go and help other people, men and women alike, build highly successful businesses from their kitchen table, whether they're a speaker, they're a coach, or the consultant, or better yet, a thought leader. My boardroom has become a place where I get to sit and train and coach in a space where I almost took my own life, where I didn't want to be here. Now, I'm not saying that to you and sharing that with you so you can have this, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. Please don't, because I realize that life happens or happened for me. It didn't happen to me. And so as you go through this process, whether you go get the book or you just listen to what I have to say here, I wrote this in the last couple of months. When you're reading this, it's probably, we've sold thousands upon thousands of copies. It's a bestseller now. But what I realized that I have to go through this and teach and train even the more. Only thing I did was took the last 10 years of my life. It took me 5 years to get this together and a couple of months to write it. I took the last 5 years thinking about the things that I went through and my infinite desire to win in life, because honestly, I'd given up. My infinite desire to win in business. I always say, no one will outwork me. You will not outwork me. Not because I'm in competition with someone else, because I'm in competition with myself. And I've always wanted to be better than I was the day before. And so my infinite desire to win was more for me and not for other people at the beginning. Today, it is more about helping other folks like you, other people like you, get to their next level life, career, and business. And so I want you to do a thing. I want you to, one, figure out and sit down, write down, what is the battlefield that you've been through? That's number one. What is the battlefield that you may be on right now? And then the second part of that, what's your boardroom? Where is the place you want to pull up the biggest chair and say, you know, I've arrived. This is my space. This is my place. No one had to invite you. You invited yourself to the table. As a matter of fact, again, you pulled the biggest chair to the table. What's your boardroom going to look like? Sit and be very descriptive, be very strategic about it, and really think through what is your battlefield. Better yet, what is your boardroom? And as you go through this process, my hope and my desire and my prayer for you is for you to be better than you've ever been tomorrow than you were yesterday. And your future is going to thank you for that, because your past should not, and I say again, should not hold you back for being the best version of yourself. This is Dr. Sonja. I'll see you on the next Wisdom Ball.